name is Laura Kennedy. Thank you all for coming out today. When I first met Zach, he was starving. He had scars on his body that could only be explained through acknowledging that he was abused when he was young. And he had a look of fear and hopelessness locked into his eyes. After adopting Zach, I began to notice that as Zach's wounds started to heal, so did my own. I adopted Zach at a dark time in my life, when I wasn't sure if adopting was the right choice. But as the years I spent with Zach grew on, I realized that it was the best thing that could have happened to both of us. According to animalleague.org, approximately 4 to 5 million animals are euthanized each year. Each time you choose to adopt an animal instead of buy from a pet store, you are literally saving the life of that animal. In order to really understand the immense positive impact of choosing to adopt an animal instead of buy one from a pet store, you need to understand all of the benefits that come along with adopting. I'd like to talk about the 4 main benefits of adopting your future pet. When you adopt from a pet store or animal rescue, you are saving a unique, conscious, breathing life. The pets you adopt will already exhibit their personality traits and have been introduced to some form of training. You will save the hundreds to thousands of dollars that you could have spent on a pet store, and you are taking a stand against the cruel, callous executions of animals that take place in high-kill shelters every day. Animals do not choose to be starved, abused, or even killed. In the homes of reckless owners, this is the fate of many innocent animals. There are so many animals in danger simply because there are so many animals living without a loving family. Tim Dewar, the Director of Public Relations at Humane Society of Ventura County, stated on October 4th, 1998, in LA Times, that each year in the United States, more than 10 million cats and dogs are turned over to animal shelters simply because their owners do not want them any longer. Of these, approximately 65% of these animals do not find homes and are euthanized each year. Although you can't adopt every animal that is living without a loving family, you can drastically change the life of each animal you adopt, one animal at a time. When you adopt, you are not only saving the life of the animal you adopt, you are also opening a new spot in a shelter for a brand new animal. On September 17, 2013, Gregory Trotter, a reporter for the Chicago Tribune, wrote about an interview with Kelly Moyer, the owner of a no-kill shelter called Tales of Hope in Chicago. She stated that running the shelter has turned out to cost more time and money than she ever imagined, and that there remains an excess amount of animals without homes. For shelters, supporting a large amount of animals can be extremely difficult, but with each adoption, that burden is lifted and another animal can be saved. When inviting an animal into your home, it is important that you know that you're going to be happy with them and that they are going to be happy with you. The personality of the animal you adopt has a big impact on the future dynamic of your household. Making sure your animal's personality matches up with your own is a vital part of ensuring that your household is peaceful. When animals are young, their personalities are easily compared to that of a baby. You don't really know what their personality is going to be like until they're older. In an article by Anna Banney on March 23, 2006, in the New York Times, Banney wrote about when Chris Coates and his partner Zach Dennison adopted Buddy, a Labrador Pit Mix, at ASPCA in 2006. They had first played with 6 other dogs before selecting Buddy. Through meeting other dogs, they ensured that Buddy was the right fit for their household. A lot of people don't have the patience to take care of a puppy who is full of energy and can easily destroy things. Most rescues and shelters do not have babies because everyone wants a baby until they realize that they're a lot of work. The second dog I adopted was named Beauty. Her original owner threw her onto the streets when she started to grow. They wanted a puppy, but when the puppy grew up, they no longer wanted her. Beauty was the most loving, goofy dog I'd ever met. She had already developed a full personality, and I knew for a fact that we would both be happy together. Personalities aside, financially, adopting an animal gives you way more bang for your buck. Buying a specific breed from a pet store or even a professional breeder can easily cost you a good 4 figures. Buying animals can be overpriced simply because a person selling to you is just trying to make a profit. Animals can get sick, just like people, and in order to prevent that from happening, they need shots. They also need to be neutered so that their homeless population does not expand more than it already has. If you want to make sure that they're microchipped, that's another dent in your wallet. The amazing thing is that when you adopt, they are already usually microchipped, they've had their shots, and they've been neutered. Also, the adoption fee is significantly less than buying an animal. I've never seen an adoption of a dog be more than $350. Animal cruelty is a tragic component of buying your pets from a pet store or breeder. When you adopt, you are taking a stand against animal cruelty. When you buy puppies from a puppy store, you are supporting puppy mills. As stated on a report conducted by Humane Society in 2014, about 2.404 million puppies are sold annually, and they all originate from puppy mills. 3 million, an estimated number of 3 million dogs and cats are euthanized by shelters every single year. Shelters and rescues exist in an attempt to help the animals that come in to find homes. They aren't just trying to make a profit, they're just trying to make sure that they can support the amount of animals that come into the shelter. When deciding to take care of an animal, there are a lot of things to consider, but where you get your animal should never be a question. You are preventing the animal from having to go through any more abuse than it already has, and you're giving that animal a home where it can be taken care of and loved. It is clear that adopting an animal is vastly more beneficial than buying an animal from a pet store. The animals that do not have homes are in more need of your love than the animals who are being bred and sold solely for profit. You are rescuing animals from an unnecessary death, are already aware of how their personality will display, and are saving money and are taking a stand against companies who profit on the cruelty and overpopulation of animals. Really consider what your best options are before you decide to take in a living, breathing, loving creature. And remember that this choice will better your life and your pet's life for the better. Thank you.
Also be. Nice.